And we're back. And so Augie has just gotten this award. He's walking up to the stage, and teachers are crying. They're all like chanting for him, Augie. Okay, so now we're right about here. And as I walked up the steps to the stage, the most amazing thing happened. Everyone started standing up. Not just the front rows, but the whole audience suddenly got up on their feet, whooping, hollering, clapping like crazy. It was a standing ovation for me. I walked across the stage to Mr. Tushman, who shook my hand with both his hands and whispered in my ear, "Well done, Augie." Then he placed a gold medal over my head, just like they do in the Olympics, and had me turn to face the audience. It felt like I was watching myself in a movie, almost like I was someone else. It was like the last scene in Star Wars Episode 5, where or is it 6? In A New Hope, when Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Chewbacca are being applauded for destroying the Death Star. I could almost hear the Star Wars theme music playing in my head as I stood on the stage. Dun, 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 dun. I wasn't even sure why I was getting this medal, really. I mean, no, that's not true. I knew why. It's like people you see sometimes and you can't imagine what it would be like to be that person, whether it's somebody in a wheelchair or somebody who can't talk. Only I know I'm that person to other people, maybe to every single person in that whole auditorium. To me, though, I'm just me, an ordinary kid. But hey, if they want to give me a medal for being me, that's okay. I'll take it. I didn't destroy a Death Star or anything like that, but I did just get through the 5th grade. And that's not easy, even if you're not me. Pictures. Afterward, there was a reception for the 5th and 6th graders under a huge white tent in the back of the school. All the kids found their parents, and I didn't mind at all when Mom and Dad hugged me like crazy, or when Via wrapped her arms around me and swung me left and right about 20 times. And then Papa and Tata hugged me, and Uncle Kate and Uncle Poe and Uncle Ben, and everyone kind of teary-eyed and wet-cheeked. But Miranda was the funniest. She was crying more than anyone and squeezed me so tight that Via had to practically pry her off of me, which made them both laugh. Everyone started taking pictures of me and pulling out their flips, and then Dad got me, Summer, and Jack together for a group shot. We put our arms around each other's shoulders, and for the first time I can remember, I wasn't even thinking about my face. I was just smiling a big, fat, happy smile for all the different cameras clicking away at me, flash, flash, click, click, smiling away at Jack's parents, and Summer's mom started clicking. And then Reed and Maya came over. Flash, flash, click, click, and then Charlotte came over and asked if she could take a picture with us, and we were like, sure, of course. And then Charlotte's parents were snapping away at our little group along with everyone else's parents. The next thing I knew, the 2 Maxes had come over, and Henry and Miles and Savannah. Then Amos came over and Jimena, and we were all in this big, tight huddle as parents clicked away like we were on the red carpet somewhere. Luca, Isaiah, Nino, Pablo, Tristan, Ellie, I lost track of who else came over. Everybody practically. All I know for sure is that we were all laughing and squeezing in tight against each other. And no one seemed to care if it was my face that was next to theirs or not. In fact, I don't mean to brag here, but it kind of felt like everyone wanted to get close to me. The walk home. We walked to our house for cake and ice cream after the reception. Jack and his parents and his little brother Jamie, Summer, and her mother, Uncle Poe and Aunt Kate, Uncle Ben, Tata, Papa, Justin, Via, Miranda, Mom and Dad. It was one of those great June days when the sky is completely blue and the sun is shining, but it isn't so hot that you wish you were on the beach instead. It was just the perfect day. Everyone was happy. I still felt like I was floating, the Star Wars hero music in my head. I walked with Summer and Jack, and we just couldn't stop cracking up. Everything made us laugh. We were in that giggly kind of mood where all someone has to do is look at you and you start laughing. I heard Dad's voice up ahead and looked up. He was telling everyone a funny story as they walked down Amsfort Avenue. The grown-ups were all laughing too. It was like Mom always said, Dad could be a comedian. I noticed that Mom wasn't walking with a group of grown-ups, so I looked behind me. She was hanging back a bit, smiling to herself like she was thinking of something sweet. She seemed happy. I took a few steps back and surprised her by hugging her as she walked. She put her arm around me and gave me a squeeze. "Thank you for making me go to school," I said quietly. She hugged me close and leaned down and kissed me on top of my head. "Thank you, Augie," she answered softly. "For what?" "For everything you've given us," she said. "For coming into our lives, for being you." She bent down and whispered in my ear, "You really are a wonder, Augie. You really are a wonder." The end. Wow, we got through it, guys. What an amazing ending, huh? If you think about the whole journey from the beginning, the middle, the end, everybody's different points of views, we've really just experienced his whole life and what that would have looked like. And not only his, but the people around him from their perspective and their point of view. So I just want you guys to remember that everybody is coming from all different walks of life. And you're coming from a different walk of life. And so you never know what it's like to walk a mile in their shoes, so they say. But really, if you think about it, we're all truly wonders. We're getting through things, especially right now in this 2020 time. We are getting through things together, and yet we're going through our own different ways of getting through it. But not only that, even before that, you're all created, and you're all just a beautiful wonder. So keep it up and always choose kindness more than is necessary. Be that smile on somebody else's face that they needed.